Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the Pacific Northwest in that wonderful little town of Belfair, Washington, Hickville, USA as I love to call it. So welcome to my channel everybody. So guess what? Paper pumpkin time. I know you might think, oh, other people have their videos out, but I had to finish June's paper pumpkin first. So now I get to start on July's. So this is my July 2025's paper pumpkin alternative video number 1. So as always, videos 1 through 5, I will share with you everything that comes in the kit. And after that, we're just going to move on. And pardon me, I'm going to turn on, I missed a light here. I missed a light. So this kit is called Sweeter With You. And at first look, I wasn't really, really wasn't excited. That was my first overall impression with the kit, though I did like the hello friend. I love that sentiment in the kit, and you'll see that in a minute. So this card, you only get to make 8 cards, and you get 2 of each design. So you might think, oh, we're missing a card. Well, what they've done is they've given you 4 designs instead of 3. But you only get 2 of this one, 2 of this one, 2 of this one, 2 of this one. The envelopes are very simple. I'm going to show you that right here. So it's a white envelope with just this little detail on the flap. So not sure. Yes, this can be used. I'm going to do a little bit with that, but I have to really think about what to do with all that white. Yeah, that's a lot of white. If you have some plaid background stamps and stuff, you can stamp on this and do a little bit more, get a little bit more for your money. So Sweeter With You, as always, on the back here, this QR code would lead you to a video that would show you how to put these cards together as they were designed. This is a visual of everything that comes in the kit. Down here it lists the coordinating colors, which are Daffodil Delight, Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Pool Party, Poppy Parade, Strawberry Slush, and Timid Tiger. Now I'm going to tell you right here, this is a print error because I think what they do is in their computer, they just, slide over the pictures in the right boxes, because here it says contains supplies for 9 cards and 9 envelopes. Of course, this kit only contains supplies for 8 cards and 8 envelopes. So that is a printing error. I don't think they realized it when they printed this kit. This down here, this QR code would lead you to this set of 9 dies. These are the Circle of Season dies. These will coordinate with July, August, and September's paper pumpkin kit. Now, a lot of these dies will coordinate with this set. I'm talking quite a bit. So this little flower die will. This one, these 2, and the strawberry. The circle would go with this kit, so quite a bit. The hello would go with this kit. Yes, you could do a lot with these dies. And then let's take a look at those stamps. So I do write the July 2025. I don't know why they have not figured out how to print that on here, but they haven't. So until they do, I'm writing mine in. This is the hello friend. And if you all have thought, oh, I wonder if she's going to cut that stamp apart, you bet I will. I won't right now, but you bet I'm going to, because I've already thought of that too. So this is hello friend. I really like it. It reminds me a lot of that Thinking of You from April 2025 stamp that I like so much. That just is a really nice size. And I just think it's really great. This thank you is also a really nice size. Life is Sweeter With You. Really nice and a really nice size. You're the Best. Love you lots. 2 of the flowers. And of course the strawberry with the leaves. So with that being said, let's take a look at everything in the kit. Oops. Oh, I'm setting that to the right and it will get totally lost over there. So let's set that to the left. So you've already seen the envelopes. And with this kit, you get some dimensionals. Now I cut mine in half just so they'll stay in the baggie for the next 5 videos. You get some glue dots. The ink pad, this one is the Garden Green. And let me just go ahead and put that in here so it doesn't get lost as well, and then it'll go with my other spot. So we have a Garden Green ink spot. And then we're going to start with some of the ephemera. And I've got these big clips on them. Sorry. You get this medium strawberry. You get lots and lots of strawberry. This great big vine strawberry. Ooh, that's a basket. That shouldn't be there. Lots of little strawberry flowers. Little strawberries. Great big monster pink strawberries, right? And you get more little strawberries that came out of their... That's from the other one of these. This one I had to put back in there. And then more stuff. So, note to self, show how to make a strawberry basket. That's what we're doing today. That's why this little guy was out. I'll be showing you how in today's video. That's what we're going to be doing. So you get only 2 of these little strawberry baskets. So I'm going to show you how I made one. And you have 2 of these large pieces of vellum. Now you have 4 of these striped pieces because they used 2 on 2 of the cards, 2 each. 2 of this piece of vellum, 3 of these pink strips, 3 of these pool party, 3 of these sentiment strips for the hello friend, 3 of these, 3 of the circles. Now on the back here, I have made a note. It says, I thought it said, hey friend, but it says, hello friend. And I said, use for light sponging. So this is basically a stencil. So I'm not throwing mine away. I'm going to use that. I have an idea. So just to give you a heads up as well. So I'm going to put this back over here. And then let's look at the card bases. Now, like I said, we only have 8 card bases. I cut half of mine up already and just put them in one of the envelopes. Put that in my box of goodies. We won't be using this envelope. And let's take a look at the card bases. So we have one that, of course, is in garden green. We have this, looks like maybe Poppy Parade in, I don't know, another pink. We have one with a whole bunch of strawberries, and we have this cutie little plaid one, little picnic blanket looking one. So those are our card bases. So with that being said, it is time to create some cards, or at least one of the cards. I would like a clean piece of, this is my label that my box was shipped in, and I like to use that to start out with, my Stamp and Pierce mat. So I am going to show you, first thing is how to make yourself your own little basket. I'm going to show you the basket that I made for today's card. Look at my little basket. So here is their little basket, right? I'm going to show you how I made my little basket. So the first thing I did is I made me a template like so. So I took their basket. Now I took the straight edge of a piece of cardstock, and I'm just going, I flipped it over. I'm just going to draw around it. And then I'm going to bring in the guillotine because I want a nice straight edge for the top of it. And it comes out to, let's see, this is 1.5. Oh my goodness, because it's in 16ths. It's at the 16th mark right after 1.5. I'll have to count that out. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5/16. 1 and 5/16 makes a really nice straight edge. It's a little bit before it. Did I not get that straight? Let's see. Now I'm worried that my edge is not completely straight in here. All right. May not have had the basket lined up. Then the next thing I did, yes, I just fussy cut. And I just fussy cut around this. Now you do need to repeat this And I'm going to do another one because I'm probably going to use this basket later on. Let's do it in a different color. I don't want the same, I don't want that same piece of paper. I want a different piece of paper. DSP paper, that is. I'm still going to use the Dandy Designs because there was another one. So that was the Granny Apple Green. There was another print that I wanted to use. Here it is. I think that would make a lovely little strawberry basket. I just do. That's my personal opinion. So I am going to put this, that top of that basket looks wonky to me, but we're going to make it work for us. So I'm going to flip this over to trace on the side that is not the side that will be showing. And I'm going to line the bottom of it here. And I am going to trace my basket again, because this one is my sample, right? So this is my template, right? This is my strawberry basket. So now I'm going to cut this, and I might have my basket. I don't think it matters which way. So it's 1 5/16 is going to give me, that is much better cut. That's going to give me my little strawberry basket here. And then you'll see what I use in a minute for my little cutouts. So when I use this in another video, I will refer to video number 1. All right, so here's my little strawberry basket. I have enough to do another one if I want. So I took, yep, good old hole puncher, and I just took one chunk out of the center, went a little bit to the right and a little bit to the left, and there you have a little basket. Now, this one I will need a different colored marker, but I took my Granny Apple Green marker and I drew a line here to highlight the rim of the basket. I also took it in and I just did these tips and I went around the edges just to highlight it some. I will do that on that one at a later date because I need a different color because I don't have that color out. So that is how I made my little strawberry basket, and now I have 2 templates. Perfect. I will set this aside with my goodies because I'll use that in another one. So strawberry basket, check, done. Next, I did a whole bunch of die cutting with those little strawberry dies, and I want to show you, I did a test. So I took my little strawberry template, and you can see I drew it on a piece of a sticky note because I knew that for this little card that I was going to make, I wanted to do a basket of strawberries, and I wanted to get an idea of how many strawberries I was going to need in the basket. So I stamped 5 strawberries, and that looked relatively really good to me. Then my next idea was, let's make a mask. So I made 2 masks here. Here they are. So I stamped the strawberries and I made 2 masks out of a sticky note right here. And I even did the green part, and I fussy cut them out because I thought, okay, instead of die cutting strawberries, could I stamp them and just cut it out in one piece and put it behind my basket? The answer is no, that did not work out well. So I'm showing you my process of what I've been doing the last 2 hours. And yes, last 2 hours and 20 minutes. This did not work. This helped me tremendously figure out how many strawberries I would either need to die cut or stamp to fill up my little basket. This was extremely helpful. This was helpful in the fact that I do have 2 strawberry masks if I need them, and I'm keeping these. They're going to go right into here. It proved that this did not work. This was a no, so that's garbage. This proved very helpful to me. So what I have done now is, we're making a note card. I have a whole bunch of little strawberries, and I sat and I stamped and I die cut strawberries. So prep work, right? And there you go. So now I could not find a piece of DSP that I liked until I ran across a piece that my Aunt Carol had given me. And it reminds me a lot of So Saffron, and I don't have any DSP with So Saffron, so this is the closest I could come up with. But I liked that soft yellowy color, and I liked the stripes with my little basket here. And I hope you do too. So this is what I'm going to be using. I only have one piece of this bit of DSP that my Aunt Carol gave me, and I'll probably be using it in this series of alternative videos because I think it goes rather well with this Granny Apple Green, which I have some of this thanks to the lovely Phyllis who sent that to me. So all together, I stamped and die cut 6 strawberries. So let's get this little note card ready to go, ready to rumble, right? I'm looking for if I have another piece of scratch paper that I can do the little stamp off business with my little shimmy dance with my stamps here, because we need to prep them so we don't get such a mess on this clean one. So I'm just getting one that is out of the recycle bin. So let's prep our stamps. And the reason why we prep our stamps that are especially polymer, red rubber too, it's nice to do those, is a lot of times these stamps have a little bit of a coating, almost like a protective coating on them. And your stamping, if you don't give them the smooshy dance, as I call it, you won't get such a nice stamped image. So take them and just give them a nice little inking up and then rub off. And then give it a test and see how it stamps. And this is stamping really nice. I'm using Poppy Parade, all of them. Here's that Hello Friend. And yes, I know I will be cutting this apart. It's going to do great being cut apart. I missed the top of the L's here. Now let's give it a test go. Beautiful. Just gorgeous. Our little flower, we're going to use this one. Smushy. And then we're going to use You're the Best on the envelope as well. I'm glad that this is like 1/4 of an inch, and I like that because sometimes they make them really small, and this one isn't. So I like that. All right, we're going to leave that aside, and I think we're ready to do this. All right, so I'm going to, this is my DSP, this is my strawberry basket down here. I know I want Hello Friend. We're not going to put it on a piece of white or anything. Poppy Parade is nice and bright, and it's going to show up just fine stamped directly onto this. I want it way up at the top because I'm going to have all of my strawberries. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I've been having a little bit of an issue like with the Thinking of You stamp that I love from April 2025's. Sometimes I miss a little bit of it for some reason. I'm just making sure. Look how bright. Oh, that's perfect. With this one, the tops of the T and the H, sometimes I don't get those completely stamped. I'm just making sure I don't have that issue with the double L's here. So that is perfect. I can move this aside. We're going to stamp our, where is it? You're the Best here. Now, I'm not going to grab So Saffron, but I probably should have. We're just going to use Daffodil Delight for the little flower, and we're going to stamp it off. So stamp it off. Just stamp it there. Really soft and subtle. We can do it full strength, though, on the back. I'm going to close it up, and I don't know why, because I'm probably going to use it here in a second on the inside. For the inside, it's going to be You're the Sweetest. Oh, Life is Sweeter with You. Sorry, I think I want to say You're the Sweetest, and I don't know why. Life is Sweeter with You. And it's going to be a little crooked because of the way I just held it. But that's all right. It's going to work. And my little flower, now that I closed the ink pad, I want to stamp it off. Actually, that's not a bad match. So we're going to put a little flower there. Yep, that's it. All of our stamping now, guys, is done. It was that quick because I've already stamped the strawberries. Let me show you. So I did what I do all the time is I used my scrap bits. So I have this little baggie. Where's the garden green? I used my large one. Because I will die cut these out as well. I just came in, stamped a bunch. And I'm going to do the same for the strawberry. Took scrap paper. That's why it's good to keep your scraps if they're a useful size. And then I can run these through. That one got a little bit, it's going to be fine. Strawberries are a little different. So now that we're done with that, now we can put this card together. Put the dies on there, run them through the die cutting machine, which I will do here later. Let's do our card. I could see making, these would make darling little note cards. I thought about making some of these for Jissa for her garden club. I mean, little Jissa's garden club, I think, would really get a kick out of these. I would get a kick out of these. It's like, but football season starts Monday. It's starting a week early. Their game is in a week. They have their first Battle of the Hatchet game. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's like, no way. We were not prepared for that. Oh, I'm going to do a mail call video here, hopefully before I leave to go to my Aunt Carol's. And I forgot to tell you guys the card base size and everything. I'm so excited about this. So the card base, of course, is 4 7/8 by 7. Scored at 3.5. It will be in the description part of the video. Layer number 1 is 3 1/4 by 4 5/8 DSP. Then my little strawberry basket, you saw it. It is using a template of the strawberry basket from the kit. So we have 6 strawberries. You need 5 for the inner basket, and you need 1 for the outside of the basket. And this is where we're going to have our look-see. We're going to start layering our strawberries in here. Then once we get them where we want them, then we will glue them down. See, if you get one that's not stamped well, just tuck that one in the back like that. And this wee little strawberry is going to stick right on the outside. Is that not a darling little card? I think so too. So let's start now. I am going to start putting a little glue there. I am just going to get them tacked down a little bit here. Don't you love how I'm doing this? Just tack it down a little. I don't want them to move a whole lot. That one, though, is like not wanting to stay. It's not wanting to play nice. Little strawberry. Oh, you definitely are not playing nice with me. All right, there's our strawberries. Now this you could put on dimensionals, but I'm not. I am going to use a scrap piece of because this is a little off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a piece here, like a little bump up piece. And that should even out my strawberry basket with the strawberries. Maybe I'll do two. I think so. I think we'll put this one on top of that one. And that will make it all right. And we'll glue this one to the basket down here at the bottom. Oh, guys, the other day, this is no kidding. So Hank gets his gear checked out. He had to go get his gear checked and all this stuff. And then I'm like, Hank, you need to try on your cleats from last year. And he could not get his foot in a size 10 cleat. He couldn't. Absolutely couldn't. So then we were calling around everywhere trying to find the identical cleats near us because football starts on Monday. We thought we had a week still that we could take him out. Justice was going to take him out and do all this. No, we don't. We literally just have a day to do this. So I told my hubby, I said, look online. Call Big Five. That's usually where we get his cleats. See if they have a size 11 in that, that brand and the high top that he likes and everything. And see if they have it. And of course, we find one store in a 100-mile radius, which happens to be in Port Orchard where my Aunt Carol lives. One store that has one size 11 cleat. One. And it's a wide width. It's not the same. It's the same brand, but it's not a high top cleat. And I told them, I called the store. They said, yes, we have it. I said, can you hold it? I will literally drive directly to you right now for that shoe. I said, just hold it. I'm getting him. He's getting his shoes on. We are coming right now. She's like, okay. I said, no, you don't understand. You have a wide width, which is so hard to find for him. We are coming right now. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. We are on our way. And so we did. But can you believe one size 11 wide width football cleat in a 100-mile radius of me? One. And but the kid was bouncing off the walls. He was so excited. I mean, just literally couldn't contain himself. Just so funny. So there is my little strawberry card. Hello, friend. Life is sweeter with you. They did not give us not one bit of bling, not anything, did they? Nope. Nothing. Not anything. So do we want to add... Oh, you know what? Let's add some stickly glitter glue. That's what we're going to add to this. So anyways, yes, we got that taken care of. We got the mouth guard. Have to have a new mouth guard, right? We'll go through 4 or 5 of those in this football season. We're not the only parents who that happens to, by the way. They just go through them. They lose them, they fall out, they don't come home from practice with them, they get left. One time we literally, after a football game in the dark, we had to go out on the field and go look for his mouth guard. We did find that one, but it just, oh, look at that. That's all it needs is that little bit of glitter glue there. It's just kind of, it is. So, because he's like, I need a new mouth guard. I said, I know, Hank. I said, get the mouth guard. I said, pick one out. He picked a Kool-Aid one. I don't know. He's like, does it taste like Kool-Aid? I said, I don't know. It was a Kool-Aid, like, oh my goodness, it was a blue one. So anyways, it was just one of those things, but he's excited. And, oh, in the mail call video, I'll show you, I even had my hubby order me some little paw print, little blue rhinestone earrings to wear for football. And I got the matching necklace too. Because he was like, they have a necklace. Did you want the necklace? I said, oh, you better believe I want the necklace. Got Justice some. I've got little charms from the dollar store that I'm going to use my little bulb safety pins and put on my little blue hat that Lori got me that I have to wear. So that's going to be my football hat. Oh, yes. I need to get the bulldog. Justice is going to order that one for me. There's a bulldog patch, I'm going to get that and put on my hat. Oh, yes. All of this just for that boy. So anyways, I hope you like, oh, did we do the envelope? Yes, we did. So that is number 1, but I could see doing a whole set of these, and giving them to little Jessup because I think these are so cute. I mean, I hope you guys like this little card because I think this is just darling, but there are so many ideas in my head. It's going to get, if my life wasn't already hectic, it sure is going to get hectic now. And Justice is like, Mom, she's like, this week her salon is closing down this week, right? Because they're getting like new flooring in or they're doing something to the floor. So all of the girls are taking their, vacation this week, and camping is out of the way because of the fire, and that's all good to go now. Everything's good. But she was like, I was gonna take him here and take him there, and I said, we can't take him anywhere. I said, it's football. Monday is football. There's nowhere to go. You don't want to get him to do anything before football because he won't be able to get through practice, and this is the first week of practice is the hardest because they really work them, and they have a game next weekend. We'll have our first scrimmage match, so yes, I'm surprised, but that's just the way it is. I'm happy for him. He's happy, and I hope that he enjoys it this year. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'm going to get off. I'm going to clean up my desk. I'm going to do my mail call video, and then I got to get over to my Aunt Carol's to help her out. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all again soon here in my Wonderland. Bye-bye for now.